This is a really easy dish and super delicious, so let's get started. Alright, so let's get started making our chicken rollatini. What you're going to need is you're going to need some chicken cutlets, at least 8. My grocery store had chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breasts on sale, so I went ahead and bought those, and all I did was I cut them all down the middle to kind of make my own little cutlets, save you a little bit of money. You're going to need some ricotta cheese, some fresh mozzarella, one of those mozzarella balls, some shredded mozzarella. You can either buy the packaged kind or you can grate it yourself. And then at least 5 ounces of some frozen spinach that you drain. I'm going to drain this in just a little bit. And then some of your favorite, you can use red sauce. I'm going to actually use a Alfredo sauce on this tonight. But any kind of sauce that you like, you can use in this dish. And so let me get this all set up. I got to get this drained, and we'll be back to put this together. Alright guys, so I've put my spinach in a bowl, and I've drained it about as much as I can. And I have, let's see, this is a 32-ounce package of ricotta cheese. I'm going to use, I don't know, maybe like about half of it or so. I got a lot of chicken out of this package I got, so I'm going to have to kind of eyeball how much I need here. And to that, we're also going to add some mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to add about a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, which is going to be half of this bag because this is a two-cup bag. And you just want to mix this all together. And this is going to be our filling, what we put into our chicken. So get it all mixed up. And if you see that you need a little bit more of some ricotta cheese, then throw some more in there. I think once I get this mixed up, I think I'll be okay. I think we'll have just enough. Alright, got that all mixed up. Actually, you know what, I think I will use just a tad bit more ricotta cheese. I mean, when can you never have too much ricotta cheese, right? The other thing about this dish, if you go to the link where I found this recipe, you'll notice that it also calls for some Panko Japanese breadcrumbs and an egg and some Parmesan. What you normally do is you coat these in a Panko, so it's kind of like they're lightly breaded. We're staying away from, breaded items. I know Panko's not as bad as breadcrumbs, but, we're trying to do healthy, less carbs. Less carbs anyways. Let me not just say healthy and then use, ricotta cheese here. But, so I'm not going to bread mine. But if you want to do that, by all means, please do that. I'm not going to do that, though. So, I've got this all mixed up. Let me get my table set up so I can start rolling my chicken with our mixture. Okay, so what I've done, I've got my chicken cutlets. I've got them on my cutting board. And I'm going to take, maybe a little bit over, about a heaping tablespoon, just depending on how big your cutlets are. And you're going to put your mixture into your chicken, and then you're going to take your chicken and you're going to roll it up from the fat end to the tiny end. And then you're going to transfer it into a baking dish that's been greased. You're going to put it seam side down. So let me get another one to show you just again. And I'm going to put a lot of filling in mine, because it just sounds like a good plan. It'll probably be like overflowing, but you know what? That's okay. So I got that in there, seam side down. So let me finish these, and I'll be back to show you the next step. Okay, so I've got these put in there, and I had the ricotta cheese stuff. I had a little bit of it left over, so I put it in a container, airtight container. I'm gonna save it and make this again later sometime. Where all I'll have to buy is the chicken. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going to salt and pepper my chicken really quick. And you can do this before you actually roll it. I just forgot. So salt and pepper it. Just to make sure the chicken is flavored. I mean, got a little bit of seasoning on it. Alright. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to take your sauce that you picked out and you're just going to Ooh, hello, sorry. Technical difficulties. You're just going to drizzle this all onto the chicken. Make sure you get it all out of there. Apparently the legs on the camera decided to give out. Wasn't that nice of them? Thank goodness for the husband sitting right there. Good catch, babe. Okay, so let's get this all spread out. We want to make sure it's nice and covered so that everybody gets a piece, a nice covered piece of chicken. Alright, like I said, you know, you can use red sauce. I just thought it might be kind of good with some Alfredo, you know, like chicken Alfredo, but that's the beauty of cooking. You can make it your own, even though you find a recipe. You can do whatever you want with it, because it's yours. Just like I didn't put breadcrumbs on mine. I could have, you know, you might put breadcrumbs on yours, and that's totally awesome if you do. Let me know how it tastes. It probably tastes pretty good. Alright, so we got that. Now, I've got my fresh cut mozzarella, and I'm just going to, I don't have enough to put on every single one of these pieces of chicken, so I'm just going to try my darndest to spread them out as evenly as possible. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the rest of the not so crushed but shredded mozzarella and put over the rest of it. So that way all the pieces of chicken do have some mozzarella going on. But, I mean, who doesn't like that fresh mozzarella, the way it melts? Oh, it's so good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cook in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. My oven's preheated to 450 degrees. And I'm going to pop this in the oven, and we'll be back when it comes out, and the cheese will be nice and bubbly, and chicken cooked all the way through, so we'll be back. Alright guys, here it is right out of the oven, and it's still bubbling, so I'm going to give it a little bit of time to cool off. Some of the chickens, these two right here kind of burst open, but you know, that's okay. They must not have been down well enough on the seams. I hit it with a little bit of parsley as well, just to kind of dress it up a little bit, since it's all white sauce plus the mozzarella. If you have a red sauce, you'll be able to tell what the mozzarella is much better. But I'm going to let this cool off a little bit for about 10-15 minutes or so, and I'll plate it up and let you guys see how it looks. Alright, and I cut open one, and this is what it looks like. The goodness that's inside of the chicken wrapped up in there just falls right out. And this is your chicken rollatini. So give it a try. Let me know if you do the breading part that the recipe originally calls for. And I'll see you guys next time.